Welcome to the Dynasty Network, TDN, your one source for information, updates, and news for Dynasty International. Welcome to the Dynasty Network. This is Senior Vice President Max Knowles. A quick recap of last week's episode. Regional Vice President Carl Smith gave everybody a call to action to hit executive team trainer again, because by making that your focus, you'll be doing all the right things that create momentum, from acquiring customers, from inviting new prospects to see the opportunity. Doing that will set your business in motion moving forward. We just came off the International Convention in Cleveland. I'm sure we can all agree it was probably the most epic weekend in ACN history. Two major announcements we want you guys to focus in on. Number one, the new Executive Team Trainer Quick Start Bonus, and number two, the Customer Rewards Program. Now, for the Executive Team Trainer Bonus, ACN has made it even easier for someone brand new to get started and earn $500 within their first 30 days. All the IBO needs to do, number one, start within the month of September. Number two, acquire 10 personal customer points. Number three, recruit 2 new IBOs who get qualified. Once that gets done, that IBO is now an executive team trainer, fully qualified, and earned their $500 incentive bonus. This bonus is going to be removed at the end of September, so we need to make sure that you're creating urgency in your conversation, letting everybody know how important it is they get started now versus later. Now, for the second promotion that we know will absolutely change customer acquisition moving forward, our customer rewards. ACN has put on the table up to $300 cash back for customers who sign up for digital home phone services, internet services, and dish network services. Now, customers can create any combination of these services, but for all the specific details and rewards, log into acninc.com. Through your back office, you can print out all the specifics. Make sure you are letting every person you know about these incredible rewards, because it is a temporary promotion. It ends at the end of this month. You can use this to push your business to 60 points, use this to motivate your team to get their 60 points, and ultimately create massive residual income moving forward, in addition to supporting our charity, We'll Play for Food. The weekly momentum builder tip, ladies and gentlemen, is closing like a leader, utilizing what we call weapons of mass production in order to close like a leader. Now, what are weapons of mass production? Well, it would be a Success from Home magazine. It would be a PDF version of the 1 through 10 and 24-hour game plan, and of course, an IBO agreement. So how do we utilize these resources when it comes to enrolling people? Well, at the end of every single presentation, PBR, VIP event, one-on-one, you're always going to transition from the presentation to the closing sequence. The closing sequence is a series of questions to gauge your prospect's interest. Number one, did it make sense? Number two, what did you like most? Number three, do you want to make money or save money? Number four, do you want to make a little or a lot? Number five, why? Number six, how soon would you like to start making money so you can, boom, fill in the blank with whatever their why was. Once you go through the closing sequence, what you're then going to do is push for the IBO agreement. We don't call it an IBO agreement in the closing process. We just call it a white form, because we don't want to use language that will trigger a negativity in that prospect's mind. So what we'll do is say, great, let's fill out the paperwork. Now, the whole purpose of going through the paperwork is to start pulling out objections, because naturally prospects are going to have 1 to 3 objections before they make the commitment to get involved. And if you don't uncover them in that process, they won't sign up. If you don't handle them right there and then, they're going to end up going home and talking and thinking themselves out of getting involved in the business. So what I like to do is say, great, fill out the paperwork. As they start filling it out, we get to the credit card part. I simply say Visa or MasterCard. It's the easiest, straightforward, assumptive close in the game. Visa or MasterCard. That's usually when the objections start coming out. An objection may be like, well, I don't know if I can get people. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if I have the $4.99 to get started. How do I know this is going to be, if this is something for me? So how do you handle this, even if you may not be the best closer or have a ton of experience? Well, I always say keep it simple. Utilize your weapons of mass production. The most powerful tool, I think, is showing people the simplicity of the ACN process. And so in our organization, we do what we call a 24-hour game plan. And whenever we cover the 24-hour game plan, we let people know it's only 3 steps. Step number 1, invite 5 to 7 people to come check out ACN. Step 2, repeat step 1. Step 3, repeat step 1 again. So in the presentation, we cover that. Now, how we go into during the close, I tell the prospect, hey, prospect, listen, our only goal in your first 30 days is to help you get your 5 services, your 2 people with 5 services. If you do that with the current bonus promotion, you will earn $500 right away. From there, you can earn executive team trainer, team customer bonuses that go up to $3,000 a month. So we're gonna do that within 30 days. Here's how. Step number 1, can you invite 5 people? They say yes. Step number 2, can you do it again? Step number 3, can you do it again? Great, because if you can do steps 1, 2, and 3, guaranteed we can get ETT out of the way. You'll hit your promotional bonus. But by the way, prospect, worst case scenario, if in 10 business days we see you can't follow through on this, just know our company has a cancellation policy so you can get your money back. So worst case, you get your money back. Best case, you make your money back. Now, they may give you another objection. Well, I'm not really a salesperson. And say, great, you don't have to be. Can you do step 1, 2, and 3? Because if you can do steps 1, 2, and 3, we can guarantee get you to ETT. You can earn income. Worst case scenario, if you can't do steps 1, 2, and 3, you can always get your money back. They may say, well, I don't have the money right now. I don't have the $500. Now, when they say that, here's what you say. Great. Well, let me ask you this question. You don't have the $500? Well, how much do you have? And they'll tell you maybe 100, 200, 300. Then what you want to do is be bold. You say, well, what can you do to find the money today? Let them think about that. Let them sit with that. And at that point, what you do is you then go back to 24-hour game plan. You say, hey, here's why you want to find the money now. Because if we start working together now, we can start lining up your people. We can get you your 5 services, your 2 partners who get 5 services. You make your $500 right back, but now you can earn up to $3,000 a month. So if you waited 2-3 weeks to get started, that means you would have procrastinated and prolonged your earning income opportunity. See, all we're going to have to do is step 1, 2, and 3. If you can do step 1, 2, and 3, guarantee this could work. So maybe you can borrow it with the intention of making it back in a couple weeks and paying that person back. Worst case scenario, you earn it back. Worst case scenario, you get it back through a refund, or you're going to earn it back by following the process. So understand that you can always go back to the 24-hour game plan. Get your prospects' attention on the basics, what it is you're going to have to do, because ultimately people always want to complicate this business. They think it's going to be, a lot more difficult than it is. They want to overanalyze and really get into details that really don't matter. At the end of the day, our only objective is to help the newest person get customers and build your team who get customers, so that newest person can earn a bonus and start seeing results with HCN right away. So by utilizing your weapons of mass production, keeping the conversation centered around the 24-hour game plan, you're going to be able to be consistent in your conversation and closing for results like leaders do. All right, we have a major event happening this weekend with Platinum Regional Vice President Mr. Casey Snyder, all the way from the Northeast coming to the South Florida market to train and equip our leaders on all that he has done with his team to build a multi-million-dollar empire. You don't want to miss out. You want to get all your IBOs registered for the event. Friday night, he'll be hosting Millionaires in Training with a specific focus on prospecting in phase 1. Saturday, he'll be hosting the BOM as well as the Saturday training. You want to get everyone you can there, because guaranteed when your prospects hear his story, when they hear his information, they're going to be so fired up about their opportunity with ACN. You will have a 100% enrollment ratio. So get everyone you can there. It's going to be the last big event that we host. You want to make sure you have the most amount of people there. You can't afford to miss out, because this could be the difference maker for your business moving forward. Thank you for tuning in to the Dynasty Network episode 19. Guys, as we wrap up, just don't forget Phoenix International Convention, Operation 1000. You want to get registered? We'll see you guys next week.